As far as the past and stuff, it's really quite simple. By the way, that is a railroad spike hammer thing for pounding in railroad spikes, I believe. We manufactured those as well as other things from steel and stuff, and they're very old. Um, as I say, we have been on this planet for, I mean, I know of my existence over 100 trillion years ago. Like this galaxy and the one, the Milky Way, and the one that's coming towards us that will be here in 680 billion years used to be 100 trillion years apart. So my existence is over 100 trillion years. Humanity is probably over a couple billion years, or maybe 500 million years, 500 billion years old. It's hard to say exactly how old humanity is. Exoskeletons and insectoid exoskeletons. Well, they're basically just like us, only they have their bones and stuff on the outside. Same thing basically, except instead of a skull on the inside, what's it called. Anyway, I don't really care. I mean, I just, I'm just, I've always liked to further documentation, the old stills, the films and stuff like that. I always believe that history, everyone you should embrace your history, and you should embrace who you are and where you come from and stuff like that. Richard Nixon and John McCain and some of these other people, and also somewhat Beretti, Ronnie Beretti or whatever. That's not his real name, by the way. I don't think. He was trying. He was a BB gun manufacturer that wanted to be in competition with the Beretta, which is well, they're all German, basically made. All the gun manufacturers were in Germany or in Birmingham. That's another one, but basically German. And also, there are also some great Chinese as well. Like I say, I do not cover up. I do not lie. I do not try and destroy people's history. I try to embrace, save, and record their history as much as possible, and I feel that everyone should be proud of where they come from, and just let it be known. In fact, like anyway though, 800 galaxies, and basically like the LSF dash A colony ship and other things. Anyway though, but certain people wanted to basically deny me and cover me up and just even have me killed because I was I was a great protector of those who were weak, those who would find themselves helpless and whatever. I have never been helpless, nor will I be helpless. I don't think, or at least not for a very long time. Anyway, though, but yeah, I mean, hydropower, metals, and stuff like that. I protected life forms basically, and I had some exoskeletons, 1.5s, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, though, but certain people felt like guns and weaponry could be live the way you wanted kind of thing. And, it didn't exactly work out for them that way. But anyway, though, but whatever. Um, but Richard Nixon and some other people wanted to deny and stop technology and stop record keeping or change it or confuse it because of the fact that it led to me and others. Like I said, I am just one of the great, great Lusifer Star. Protector of life forms, creator of worlds and planets, and whatever. I mean, it's like I don't cover up people's history. I have my history, which is pretty long. I mean, the LSF Collony ship and lots of other things, and like I say, like I recognize the great Chinese Empire and the great Russian Empire and the great English Empire. There were many greats around, and I would embrace them as basically well, I was great, so I'm not exactly going to smack people down. It's like, yeah, well, I mean, I'm great. I've been great. I've been in existence for 100 trillion years, and there's all these other little life forms and children which come along after me. It's like, I'm not one of those people that's like, you're not going to be known about. It's like, not like that. It's like, but I mean, certain people were leading people astray, so I had to like take action and basically be like, no, I am Lucifer. Because people like Richard Nixon and JFK were leading people astray and actually even killing people and going to lead to destruction of life forms and races. So I had to kind of like, and that put me in competition with him and a couple other people, because in order for him to have his whatever, he needed to take me down and kill me. And I was very much against that, and so were all my life forms. They were like, he's the creator, he's our he's our leader, and I adopted Earth as well, as kind of like, well, I'll help you out and guide you and lead you because I'm real, and you can have the time that you need to dig through the dirt and figure out what the heck is going on, but anyway, so I allowed for that and helped that, and like I say, I do not cover up history. I do not make history. I make history as far as like, first time that things are done, but many millions of other little children will come along. And like I say, I love the cute little children, the little soft little children, the little noses and stuff like that. It's like, mwah, I love you. Snuggles, and I mean, I was epic leader and creator myself. So, I don't cover up anything. So, but Richard Nixon, John McCain, and quite a few other people, they wanted to cover up, who I was, cover up everything. Like I said, there were some great leaders in China that go back a long, long, long ways, and they were amazing. They're great leaders and great people that I would bow to myself. Just like, I am Lusifer Star, and these people were, on my planets and around and went to space. And I always encourage people to go to space. There's so much out there. You should fly, And I helped people fly and people defend themselves and people to do whatever they need to do, seek love and to build epically. Like I said, some people would consider me the dark one or the ancient whatever, but I'm not evil. I'm not bad. I was just basically almost unkillable. I lived for over 100 trillion years. So, and most people had even forgotten about my existence. And it's like, well, my existence was a long, 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 long time ago. It's like, yeah. So anyway, most people would come along and they would pretend to be this and pretend to be that. It's like, yeah, no, I'm Lucifer. And and at times it became quite a big war where it's like, I had to bring my exoskeletons to come into play, and like I was basically pretty much fighting against humanity. Like most of humanity was like, ah, and I was like, ah, and just like, I had to kill a couple people that wanted to kill me more. So, and they're and they set up all this stuff to try and take me down from the future or something like that. It's like, hey, yeah, well, anyway, some people really wanted me dead, and that didn't work out for them. So obviously, anyway, I was protected, and plus I was pretty damn tough and hard to kill myself. Like, I was really, really advanced, and I had a couple tricks up my sleeves, and I used them, just like. And then I had to stomp out and kill some so-called saints or whatever that the Vatican had sent after me because they wanted me dead. So it's like, oh, 36. How many more do I got to go? No, you're not. Over like 30 billion years, I found myself just like wiping the walls with these people and basically slaughtering them, because it's like, and then they got me a couple times, and it's like, and like, they're trying to cover me up and trying to destroy me, and it's like, no, you're not, and besides, like I say, you go to other planets and you'll find out references to Lucifer Star, 800 galaxies or whatever. Hundreds of planets, at least 120 planets. There's like little I left little like trails where you could follow your epic creator around. As I colonized the LSF Collony ship. We cruised around. We went all over the place. And met all kinds of people, and people would remembered me and stuff like that. Like, people always knew me. So, I was that ship, the ship of legend in space, the LSF. People would wonder whatever happened to the LSF anyway, and it's on a planet somewhere out there, in a hangar, with all my other stuff. At least it should be. Last time I saw it was, and because it was before humanity, or came into existence somewhere around the same time as humanity. So most people protected it and guarded it and considered it like our past or history. So. Anyway, some people wanted to cover that up, and it's like, well, there's a colony ship. It's called the LSF LSF-A, and we still have the Blackbird flyers around here, depleted uranium.